This is MRN Out Loud, brought to you by Hercules Tires.
Hello again, everyone. I'm Woody Cain, headed to Martinsville this weekend for the next to last race in the 2021 season. All three national series will be on track coming up this weekend at the Paperclip. We will start things off on Saturday afternoon with the United Rentals 200. That's Saturday at 12:30 Eastern Time in the Camping World Truck Series. Next up, the Xfinity Series. The Dead on Tools 250 comes your way at 5:30 Eastern Time on Saturday. And then the main event, of course, the Xfinity 500, 1 p.m. Sunday, right here on the Motor Racing Network. But we're going to focus on the Truck Series today. Stewart Friesen is one of the guys still alive in the championship hunt. He's got a little ground to make up. He'll tell us all about that next.
Sir, are you aware you were going 40 miles an hour? This is a residential area.
Sure, but I'm on my lawnmower? Wait, am I getting a ticket?
No, I've just never seen anyone top 9 miles an hour on one of those bad boys. And mow their entire lawn in 30 seconds? What got into you?
Well, it did fuel up at Sunoco this morning.
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. We've been doing it for American racing for over 50 years. Fuel your best.
Stewart Friesen is with us. He heads to Martinsville this weekend in the Camping World Truck Series playoffs. The last chance for guys to lock themselves in to that championship race coming up in Phoenix. And Stewart, let's start with the math. You're fifth in the standings, one spot out of that championship 4, but you're only 5 points back to Sheldon Creed, the defending champ, and 5 points back, or 15 points to the defending champ, former champ, I should say, Matt Crafton. So do you go into this race thinking, man, I got to pay close attention to those guys and the math, or just go out and try to win the thing?
I think we just go in with the mindset we're going to try to win and have a good day. Collect some stage points, which have been pretty crucial throughout the playoffs. We've been pretty good at collecting stage points, and we'll try to go and run up front all day and race our butts off.
That's what it's all about. Get there, and then you can do whatever you want after the reset. But
right.
Tell me a little about racing the truck at Martinsville. You were 6th there a year ago, and that's just, boy, old school short track racing in a truck, right?
It is. We had some good speed there. We won a stage last year, and beat and banged throughout it and come up with a 6th. So it'll be wild. There's always going to be pushing and shoving. It seems like the pack is even tighter now. When we went to the Elmore NT1 engines a couple of years ago, but our guys have been working hard. Tripp and Jonathan, all our guys that the HFR shop in Statesville, they're all in. It's a bunch of good hardcore racers, and we're going with a positive mindset, and we're optimistic to have another fast truck there, and hopefully come out with either a win or a top 5 and enough points to get to Phoenix.
You mentioned something interesting there, the Elmore engine that I think has kind of gotten lost in the shuffle of everything else going on. What kind of a difference has that made? It was touted as a way for teams to save some money, but some of the bigger teams in particular were saying, man, we want to keep building our own stuff. What kind of a difference has it made from your perspective?
For us at HFR, it kind of kept us in the hunt. It saved Chris Larson about $500,000 a year, on motor bills. We started out with a lease with Childress, and looked at only doing half a season, and then when we got started with GMS and the the Elmore deal came to play, it really took a lot off the bottom line. So that being said, it doesn't race as good as what the built engines did. It's a little bit harder to find an advantage. It leveled the playing field there. So for a little bit smaller team like ours, it's helped. But as the racer in me, I'm not a crate engine guy. I like having all the power I can get. So we've kind of had to weigh the good with the bad with it. There's been a couple failures that they've worked through throughout it. We've been pretty lucky at HFR not to have too many of those. But, like I said, it took a lot off the bottom line for us, and, we've kind of accepted that change.
Do you feel like your team is kind of peaking at the right time? Because I was looking back through the stats, and you had 4 straight top 10 finishes before getting some damage at Talladega, but that can happen to anybody at any time at Talladega. So I'm curious if you feel like you guys have kind of clicked on something here down the stretch.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a lot of hard work the last 2 seasons, year and a half, I guess. Since we left GMS, went out on our own. with Chris Larson, Tripp, myself. We started this team from the ground up, found a building, got associated with the guys at TRD who have been, awesome. Everybody at Helmar has been awesome as usual. And it's just been a work in progress, building trucks, tweaking them and fine tuning and just, finding the speed I know we were capable of. Coming from GMS and having that opportunity to run really fast trucks over there. At least I knew what I was looking for, and when we got started, we'd miss on this or that and didn't really put the whole package together. And throughout the summer this year, I knew what we were capable of, and it just, all linked at the right time for the playoffs. And, we started out running the top 5 again. And, I think a win's right around the corner.
Let's take a little side trip now to the dirt track world, because you seemingly are busier than ever behind the wheel of that machine. You just finished up a big weekend at Orange County Fair Speedway. How'd things go there?
Really good. We won the small block race Saturday, and then finished second to Matt Shepard yesterday in the 200. Battled back and forth throughout. We both pitted at the same time just before lap 100 and got back to the front and went back and forth late on a couple of restarts. And I made a little bit of a mistake and kind of got caught on the bottom on a restart and let Shepard get back by us. And that was it. But it's been a busy 3 weeks here for our dirt team. Tommy Conroy and all our guys here up in Sprakers, New York, and working hard as usual. We came from Super Dirt Week where we finished by winning the small block race and 4th in the big race. We won the 200 at Port Royal last week, and then a 2nd and 1st this past weekend. So looking forward to a little bit of a break here with the modifieds and getting back truck racing for 2 weeks. And then we'll finish up with a 5-day swing in Louisiana with the modified. So looking forward to that too.
Well, I was going to ask you, only 2 more weeks left in the NASCAR schedule, but what does the so-called off season look like for your dirt track schedule?
There's a couple months, but it gets less and less every year. Races start earlier and we race till later. Now with this short track super series swing throughout Louisiana, we've been there a couple times. Went there during COVID, went there again at the beginning of the year, and it's a really cool atmosphere out there with those guys. There'll probably be 15, 20 guys from the Northeast that'll haul out there, and looking forward to getting to a couple new tracks. Boot Hill Speedway, we go to the Rev. Chatham Speedway, which is now Super B, that Brandon Hightower runs now. It's a pretty cool swing. So looking forward to closing the season out there.
Well, your calendar has a lot of blocked out days, and it sounds like coming up for sure. Hey, listen, I saw something that you've been promoting recently that's coming up, the AIM Autism Golf tournament coming up. I think it's mid-November. Tell folks what's going on there and how they can get involved and help out.
Yeah, aim-autism.com. Check us out on there on Facebook. It's a foundation that myself and my wife Jessica, along with Chris and Colleen Larson from Helmar, started, and it's just to raise money for families with children or other family members that are on the autism spectrum and that have been diagnosed and kind of don't know what to do next. When our son Parker was diagnosed at 1.5 years, they said he can really benefit from some ABA therapy. And we were like, okay, what's that? How do we get it? How do we go about it? So we've done some fundraising in the past to benefit Crossroads Center for Children that helped Parker immensely. He just started kindergarten this year and is doing excellent, loves school, loves his teachers, all his classmates, and is having a good time with it. And he just benefited so much from that ABA that we want to help spread the word and help by raising some money that we can give back to families and different schools and centers to help support the cause. So we have the big golf tournament going on at Trump National in Mooresville. Trip Bruce and his sister Beth, who does all our front office stuff at HFR, have been really working hard putting it together. We got a whole bunch of NASCAR personalities involved, a big dinner, auction items. So it's really going to be a cool event. So there's still openings for teams to sign up. And how it's going to work is that it's a captain and crew deal where you'll get paired with a NASCAR guy. Michael Waltrip's involved. He's going to MC it. Steve Park, Tyler Reddick just called the other day. He's going to play amongst others, Sheldon, Brett Moffitt. So it's going to be a good, big event. And we're looking forward to having some fun and raising some money.
Now, speaking of having some fun, I saw a little video of your son, Parker, who was absolutely delighted that he recently got to hit you in the face with a pie. What was going on there?
That was something. So Brett Deo, that runs the Short Track Super Series, his wife, Heather, went through some cancer stuff in the past year, and she's involved with Sherry Martin Truex, his girlfriend, on her foundation. And we did some pies in the face at Port Royal, and it was messy and an interesting way to raise some money, but had a lot of fun. And Parker and the other kids really got a kick out of it. So Heather's doing a great job with raising money for her foundation through Sherry's deal, and it was something that we were really happy and proud to do.
Boy, I don't think I've seen a kid that happy since maybe the videos around Christmas where they think Santa Claus is coming or something. That was fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. He enjoyed it, and like I said, we had a lot of fun with it. It raised a bunch of money, and we'll continue to do more with Heather and her stuff in the future as well.
I know you're right in the thick of the playoff battle here, and you got all your dirt track stuff going on, but have you looked ahead at 2022 yet? What's ahead? What's going on there?
Yeah, we're going to be back in the truck series with our Toyotas, with the new Tundra. Looking forward to getting some new noses and tails slapped on our trucks, building some new stuff over the off season, and regrouping and going back at them again. Along with that, we'll do just as many dirt modified races as we can do, and then throw in maybe a couple dirt late model races in there as well. So looking forward to working with Chris Larson again. He's been not only a team owner, but a great friend and leader and mentor. And we'll be back again to have some more fun.
Absolutely. Well, Stewart, congratulations on a fine season. No matter what happens over these next 2 weeks, it's been a really good year, and good luck at Martinsville.
All right. Thanks so much. Thanks for having me on.
Gamers, start your engines. Meet the next generation of racing wheels. The award-winning Logitech G design is re-engineered to dial into your game physics, delivering unprecedented realism. Feel every shift, drift, and hairpin turn like never before. Our latest innovation in force feedback technology connects directly to endgame simulation engines and physics to produce higher fidelity, real-time responses. Through design, engineering, and the love of driving games, Logitech G takes racing simulation to another level. Go to logitechg.com.
Time now for our iRacing update presented by Logitech G. Not only is William Byron a Cup Series playoff driver, he's also an iRacing team owner. And I had a chance to ask him about that this week since one of his teams raced for the championship. Time now for the iRacing update presented by Logitech G. You know, William Byron's iRacing team raced for a championship this season. They didn't win it, but they were in it. His team is sponsored by Logitech G, so I asked him, are you coming back again next year? Here's what he had to say.
Yeah, for sure. No, for sure. We're same drivers, and we've got I really like, Logan and Nick. They're both really good drivers, so it's nice to have both of them, and they work hard at it. So it's pretty cool.
That's William Byron. Go to iRacing.com for all the latest news, featured videos, and more information on the world of iRacing. This iRacing update is brought to you by Logitech G. Through design, engineering, and a love of driving games, the Logitech G923 takes racing simulation to another level. Logitech G, the official wheels and pedals of the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing series. We'll be right back.
Citywide to countryside, whatever you drive, wherever you go, Hercules has the value, selection, and industry-leading warranty to get you there no matter where the road takes you. Go to HerculesTires.com. There you can find the nearest authorized Hercules retail location to you. Plus, you can use the tire tracker to find out which Hercules tire fits your vehicle the best. That's HerculesTires.com. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength.
That's all the time we've got on this week's edition of MRN Out Loud. We want to thank Stewart Friesen for being with us. And don't forget our schedule this weekend. The United Rentals 200 Camping World Truck Series race comes your way Saturday afternoon at 12:30 Eastern Time, followed by the Xfinity Series Dead on Tools 250. That's 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday. And then the Cup Series race, the Xfinity 500, 1 o'clock Eastern Time on Sunday afternoon. Until we see you right back here next week, I'm Woody Cain saying thanks for joining us for another edition of MRN Out Loud.